board. So that is it that's the first phase. So now we go to phase 2. So we're going to need to jiggle the mouse again. We do it once per phase. T+4, the space jellyfish appears in the red zone, and that is a mean looking sucker. He's got 13 hit points, but he has shields of -2, which I think means that every time you hit him, you deal an extra 2 damage. Pretty sure that's what that means. I'd look it up in the rules, but it's a little dark. T+4 actions. Alright, so Boris is commanding the BattleBots. And he fires with the BattleBots in the zone that he's in, happens to contain the Saboteur. So that deals 1 damage to the Saboteur. The Saboteur only needs to take 1 damage to be destroyed. So the Saboteur is now destroyed. Which means I've taken care of 2 threats now, and this guy gets off the board. So we're doing pretty well so far. So far, so good. Yeltsin hits the B button. Okay, so he's going to eat up another one of these fuel rods to refill the central reactor again. Refill that all the way up to 5 energy. So you always fill it up to maximum capacity. Even if it's already at full capacity, you eat up a fuel rod and you fill it up as far as it can go. Gingrich does something. One of the rare occasions in which Gingrich doesn't just sit around. Gingrich is over here. He's going to fire this cannon. Oh no, okay. Okay, I miscalculated that a little bit. But anyway, he fires this cannon on this jellyfish. And Puppy Dog hits the C button again. So he's going to jiggle the mouse on the computer. We won't have to worry about that this round. And then we calculate damage. So any shots got fired. I know that this one did. Anybody else? No, I think it was just the BattleBots that did something. So this shot goes off. Heavy cannon does 4 damage against the jellyfish, which has -2 shields, so we're just going to deal 6 damage to it. And then threats do their thing. And I think the only one on the board right now is this jellyfish. So it moves up to 1, 2. It's a slow-moving threat, and it's on a long trajectory. So unfortunately, I just noticed that this reactor has no energy in it. And Gingrich, the only thing he does the entire game, basically, is hit this A button to fire this cannon, which draws power from this reactor. So when he hits that button on the next round, it's just going to sort of click. And that jellyfish is just going to keep coming. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. Maybe I accidentally did something right. We'll see. T+5. Anybody come out? I know the energy cloud comes out on T+5. Now that's another short trajectory. And it has 0 shield points on turns when it's hit by the pulse cannon. Otherwise it has 3 shield points. Okay. T+5 actions. Alright. Boris went toward the red zone. So he's going here. He's going to help out in the central reactor. Yeltsin hits the A button. Boom. He's firing the pulse cannons. Gingrich hits the A button. And once again, there's no power in this reactor. So Gingrich hits the A button, but nothing happens. It just sort of clicks. And finally, Puppy Dog hits the A button. Boom. Alright, so that's everybody. Let me just flip over Puppy Dog's card here. Okay, so then we calculate damage for this turn. Alright, so Luckily, energy cloud is on such a short trajectory that it's already in range of the pulse cannon. So that deals 1 damage, and remember, it has 0 shields on turns when it's hit by the pulse cannon. So deals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no shields. The energy cloud can take 5 hits. So it is already down. I don't even need to put the red cubes on it because I know it got destroyed. Wow, we're doing well. Okay. That's the thing about this game. I mentioned before that it creates these humorous situations, but that's not always true. But it's always satisfying. Basically, the way that the game works is if you are in sync, if you are on top of your game, if you're doing well, instead of creating humor, it creates this feeling of achievement that's just really powerful. Instead of creating humorous situations, it creates awesome situations. Sort of epic awesomeness. Either way, it's a good thing as far as I'm concerned. Alright, threats move. The jellyfish is still around, so it's going to move 2, and it's executing its X action. Attack 1 on all zones of the ship, and heals half of its damage rounded down. Oh god. Okay, so how much damage has it taken? It's taken 6, so it heals 3 damage, so it's down to 3, and it attacks 1 against all zones of the ship. And luckily, all zones of the ship have shields, so the shields just get depleted by 1. I really don't think I killed that thing. I hope I did, but I don't think I did. And nobody else on the board right now? No. Okay. So we checked. Did somebody jiggle the mouse? Puppy dog. Here our savior. Then T+6. Anybody come out on T+6? Yes, we have an internal threat. Crossed wires. So I completely ignored that. I just realized I completely ignored that crossed wires. Wow. Oh, I'm screwed. Okay. Crossed wires appeared. So crossed wire is going to take energy from the reactor and it's going to deal all sorts of damage. So T+6. Boris. My man Boris hits the B button. Refill this reactor. Okay, now it's out of juice. There's no more fuel rods. Boris. You should have saved that. Yeltsin hits the A button. Why are you hitting the A button, Yeltsin? I guess just in case that didn't take out that... what was it that I just killed? Like the fighter ship? No, it was like an energy cloud. I don't know what I was doing at this point. And Gingrich and Puppy Dog just sit there for the rest of this phase. Okay. Calculate damage. Well, the pulse cannon got fired. The jellyfish is in range. And it has -2 shields. So actually, the pulse cannon does 1 damage, -2 shields, so it's going to take 3 more damage. So it's back up to 6. It only needs 13. I mean, what can go wrong there? And these crossed wires are still just sitting there. And what else is happening? Threats are going to move. So, starting with T+4, Jellyfish going up 2. Crossed wires going up 3. 1, 2, 3, and it does its X action. The central reactor's energy is transferred to this shield, this central shield, and the excess leaks out, which means all of this energy, this is really bad, all of this energy gets transferred to this shield. Then anything in excess of the shield's capacity, which is 3, becomes damage. So, that's 3 extra damage. That's 3 points of damage. And since it's coming from an internal threat, the shields don't do anything. So I took 3 points of damage to the white zone. That damaged the heavy cannon. It damaged the Gravolift. and it damaged the shields. So now the shield's capacity is actually 2 instead of 3. I believe we keep the blocks there. I might have this wrong, but I'm pretty sure we keep the blocks there, but we can't refill it past 2 anymore. Alright, those are all the threats that are out right now. And we have T plus 7. The only person who acts on T plus 7 is Panic. Panic overtook Yeltsin here, and he ran toward the red zone where nothing is happening at all. And in fact, there's no energy left in this reactor. Anybody who does anything with energy for the rest of the mission is pretty screwed, because all of the energy is up in these shields right now. And there's no fuel rods. I will consider myself very lucky if I make it out of this alive. But Yeltsin ran over to the red zone essentially for no reason. I just threw down a card as I saw the phase was ending.